Hey everybody, Filmtastic here. We are coming at you with another spoiler of Spider-Man Homecoming review. And all the way from Maryland, we bring Tyler, and he is our renowned Spider-Man expert.
That's right.
You want to tell us a little bit about, your Spider-Man experience?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of Spider-Man since I was about 5. My dad got me into it. He was a huge Marvel Comics fan growing up. Ultimately, I would use that passion combined with my athleticism and breakdancing skills and became the alias TStunning Spidey, with numerous videos and content on Instagram and YouTube.
And he does have the moves. This has nothing to do with the movie, but last night, I'm going to tell you, this guy was killing it on the dance floor with his basically his Spider-Man moves. It was freaking awesome. He's made the party happen there. But let's get into the movie. First and foremost, what was your initial thoughts on the movie itself?
Right off the get-go, I had a lot of hype, for this film, even since Civil War.
We all did, yeah.
Everyone really did, and we knew Sony and Disney had to come correct with it, because Amazing Spider-Man had its good moments, but it had worse moments than the better, and we just really wanted Spider-Man to succeed this time around because he's such a lovable character, but he just wasn't done right, wasn't done justice. So it was nice going into the film and sitting through the whole thing. I left feeling satisfied, really satisfied, finally they got it right. Or right enough for us to move this franchise in a positive direction.
The Go Proceed was it was a great way to start the movie. I really liked that.
It was changing.
Yeah.
Queens.
That was such a cool scene to me. It was like, it made you think of
it was something
when
the
Civil
kid would
War,
do.
I definitely had that same feeling. It was just, I enjoyed the movie through and through, throughout the whole thing. And I think one of the things that I liked that they did was they're basically Peter Parker. Any Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man is always really cool as Spider-Man. He's doing Spider-Man things. He's just very upbeat, happy-go-lucky, kind of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, I agree. And they really made him what a nerd, or essentially what Peter Parker was depicted in the 1960s.
They still played with Legos.
It was very much
cool
like that kid. We all knew a kid, or we were that kid, growing up, and it was refreshing. It wasn't like some cliche, I'm getting picked on by this bully. He was getting picked on, but it was it was modern and it made sense. We don't have jocks. I'm sure some places, but we don't have
stuff you in the locker.
Yeah, it made you have intellectual people that will try to troll you and belittle you, in spite of their shortcomings and insecurities, which is what the Flash Thompson of this, But I enjoyed the suit. I liked what they did with it, and I'll explain the reasons why in a bit.
I agree too. I liked the suburbs part. You normally think of Spider-Man swinging around, skyscrapers and buildings, but then you see him in the suburbs trying to jump from house to house,
getting his web stuck in trees.
Yeah, getting stuck in trees, and you don't think you can't really use his powers in the suburbs like he could in the city. So it was nice to see him, try to adapt, and like we were saying earlier, how he's trying to grow into a Spider-Man.
Very much, and that's what all the other Spider-Man franchises missed out on. They had Peter get bit, Uncle Ben dies, and he just jumps into the action full-fledged, powerhead going full gusto. Whereas this Peter, you see him 15, he's afraid of heights, clinging to the monument, and he was I've never been this high before, and it's that's going to lead into when he's going from skyscraper to skyscraper, he's going to get over that fear. But it was very much like that, the growing pains aspect, which we just never seen before, which was refreshing and a new take. The Stark suit, I really enjoyed the way it was set up.
You have 576 possible web shooter combinations.
That is awesome.
The black bands and stuff, it was very reminiscent to Captain America's, stealth suit, and the way they kind of keep that military Avengers kind of design, and also all the lines made sense for whenever the suit had all its tech in it.
Yeah.
So it would light up and you would see everything. Of course, I like the adjustable lenses because you could finally show emotion. Because in the other movies, they would always have to have his mask ripped off to see his actual face, how he's going to emote. But now they can go back to a comic booky kind of feel. But it makes sense mechanically because maybe he had sensors or something in his eyes.
Which was also cool because it shows that Tony Stark took his super genius and put it into a different. You only think of him as making Iron Man suits, and there's a million Iron Man suits, but this is a Spider-Man suit. And I really like the you're saying with the eyes. Even the way it had the AI in the suit,
Karen,
that they eventually unlocked so that he can have even more potential that he was able to use eventually.
Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
I like both. I like the fact that he had the adjustable goggles, even though Tony made a more advanced version. It was still his brains.
Yeah, Peter Parker's a smart kid. I really liked it because of the web shooters. It enhanced his suit in a way to, once he unlocked the Karen aspect, that he could do like web bombs. It wasn't just slinging ropes. Yeah, he had taser webs, and it's like you could do all these different options with the web that made him really cool. I liked, the fact that, I guess, since Tony made it seem like it would be more realistic. Like you would kind of find it hard to believe, like, unless he's like really good.
That's a good point. The other movies, he just like jumped into the thing with like this amazing like $1,000 suit that a 16-year-old kid
got good at sewing. A lot of superheroes are apparently really good at sewing outfits.
And that's why I like that we were saying about the Homecoming, like the hoodie suit made so much sense for him, being a dumpster diver, nerd, science geek.
He actually looks like he'd be in high school.
Yeah, he just turned 20, right?
Frame. Yeah, I think he just turned 20.
His like athletic prowess. He's a dancer and he's an acrobat. So he did I feel like 70% of his own stunts. Or he tried to.
That's pretty cool. Yep. So I really like Tom Holland. I mean, even in the first one, or in Civil War, I liked his introduction to that.
On the roof.
Michael Keaton, man, he just...
The world's changing, boys. It's time we change, too.
Like, he played Batman, Birdman, he just can't get away from these winged characters. But his delivery, and, like, you actually felt for him. Like, you understood why he was doing what he did. And I know he was a bad guy.
Especially when the government got involved, trying to mess with his
he was just trying to provide for his family. And, granted, it was shady at times, but he just had to do what he had to do. He felt short. Got at the short end of the stick on a lot of things.
That was the one thing I did think was weird, was when you found out that Peter's love interest throughout the whole movie was Vulture's daughter.
The whole theater was like,
So everyone was like, I was like, what? There's no way they did that. But it made sense of why he also didn't necessarily want to kill Peter, because he saved his daughter, which I thought that was a nice little touch of like, well, he's not exactly a bad guy. He's just trying to make a living for his family.
Except when he tries to kill him.
Except when he tries to kill him at the end.
Really cool. It actually made Vulture look badass.
Yeah, they did.
Versus like an old man in a skin-tight leotard with feathers. So yeah, that was really cool. And just the whole scene, I feel like one of my favorite scenes, honestly, in the film was him talking to Peter in the car.
Don't mess with me.
I don't know, I really like this movie, and it's also because I really like the other Marvel movies and how it played into that, and it just makes me excited for, what's to come, as far as future Spider-Mans and Infinity War and all that.
Up there's probably like Spider-Man 2,
or
the Doc Ock, and Homecoming are like Homecoming maybe right now is just a little bit above, just because it's new, and it was the thing I liked about Homecoming was it was entertaining from start to finish. But yeah, Homecoming is right up there, probably either number 1 or 2.
Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, if you haven't watched Spider-Man, you should 100% go see it or find a way to stream it. Even though they're all cam versions out there right now.
Yeah, just wait for the Bluray.
Yeah, wait for the Blu-ray. It'll be
nice.
Yeah. Or go support it in theaters. Still, I mean, it's definitely worth it to go see. Every second to me, I really enjoyed it.
I've seen it like 4 times now.
Really? Yeah. I wanted to see it multiple times, but Tyler, thank you for coming down to do this with us. Where can they find you?
Once again, you can find me on Instagram, TStunning Spidey, where you can see all my Spider-Man cosplays, b-boying, acrobatics, and also my YouTube, B-Boy Stunner. That's about it.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
Hello everybody, Trashbo here. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow us on the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the links below. Alright.